So we will be getting a new IPL champion. Punjab Kings versus Royal Challengers Bengaluru. It is for the grand finale of IPL 2025 here at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. The world's largest cricket stadium will get to witness who will lift the trophy on June 3. And Punjab Kings and Royal Challengers Bengaluru both have had a roller coaster of a journey till this summit clash. Both of them finished actually in the first and second spot of the league stage table and deservedly so will play the summit clash. Now let's talk about what happened in the qualifier 2 between Mumbai Indians and Punjab Kings. Heading into the match, Mumbai Indians were tipped to be the heavy favourites given their star-studded lineup packed with match winners, legends, icons of T20 cricket and their pedigree of winning 5 IPL trophies. They were chasing a record 6th trophy, but Punjab Kings Sarpanch Saab Shreyas Iyer stood tall. They batting first. Mumbai Indians posted a very good total of 203 runs for 6 wickets. Yes, they could have gone on to post a total like a 225, 230, which they posted against Gujarat Titans and ended up winning the match. But Punjab Kings is bowling, especially in the depth department, held the team back and made them believe that they could chase this down. And that's what James Hope, Punjab Kings' bowling coach, admitted in the post-match press conference. Hope said that the last few overs which the Punjab Kings bowlers bowled, at that point in the dugout, Punjab Kings were actually thinking of chasing down 225, 230 run total. At least that's what was going in their mind. But again, Arshdeep Singh and the other bowlers, Shreyas Iyer's captaincy giving that over to Azmatullah, Umar Zai, handing over the new ball to Marcus Stoinis, and many such calls, bowling Yuzvendra Chahal to his best matchup of the day against Surya Kumar Yadav. I think these calls, these instinctive gut calls by Shreyas Iyer made a very big difference. And that is why he has been the standout captain in this IPL 2025. So batting first, Mumbai Indians, they lost Rohit Sharma. He was dropped once, but could not capitalize like he did against Gujarat Titans. Perished for 8 runs. Johnny Bairstow. It was not the easiest of the pitches to bat on in Ahmedabad because of the dampness due to the rain interruption at the start of the match, and the ball was gripping around. And credit to the Punjab Kings bowlers as well. They did not bowl a lot of fuller deliveries to start with the new ball. They were bowling back of the length cutters. They were taking the pace off, bowling the knuckle balls, and that is what made shot making pretty tricky here in Ahmedabad. But again, Johnny Bairstow, he tried to stitch a partnership with Tilak Verma at number 3, but Bairstow also could not really get going like he did against Gujarat Titans. He got out for 38. Then Tilak and Surya Kumar Yadav stitched a really good partnership. At that point, during that 72-run partnership, it was looking like that Mumbai could very well post to the north of 230 runs. But again, Punjab Kings, credit to them. They got Tilak Verma out. Kyle Jamieson actually got him out. Then Yuzvendra Chahal bagged the big wicket of Surya Kumar Yadav, who now finishes the IPL 2025 as the second highest run scorer, and Sai Sudarshan being the top scorer there for Gujarat Titans. But after that, Mumbai lost wickets in a flurry. They lost Surya Kumar Yadav, they lost Tilak Verma, they lost Hardik Pandya. Hardik could not get going with the bat. Naman Dheer was someone who actually pushed Mumbai Indians to that 200 plus total. And Naman Dheer, again, Mahela Jayawardene also praised him. Him being a natural opener, batting at number 5, number 6, that finishing role, he did exceptionally well for Mumbai Indians. And he was one of the underrated stars for Mumbai Indians in this IPL 2025. Now, again, they could not finish pretty strongly in the last 3 overs in particular, and finished for 203 runs. And that is where Punjab Kings started to believe. Although they lost Prabhsimran Singh very early in the chase with Trent Bolt bagging his wicket, but and even Priyansh Arya, he really could not get going. Priyansh and Prabhsimran Singh have been the two stars of Punjab Kings' batting this season around, but both of them perished pretty quickly in that chase. But that is where Josh English and Shreyas Iyer's experience played out. Josh English was tremendous. He smacked Jasprit Bumrah for 20 runs in his very first over, and kind of disrupted Bumrah's flow with the ball throughout the innings. It is seldom do we see a bowler like Bumrah going wicketless, conceding runs at an economy of 10 runs per over, 40 runs in his 4 overs. I think that is that is what Mumbai Indians were not prepared for in this entire qualifier too. Bumrah being wicketless, I think it takes a lot of planning and plotting the tactical side of the game away from Mumbai Indians. But that is where I think Hardik Pandya, the captain, also panicked. He did not give Mitchell Santner, who was the standout bowler in my opinion for Mumbai Indians, 2 overs, 15 runs, and seeing the caliber of Mitchell Santner, he could have easily bowled another over at least, even in front of a left-hander in Nehal Vadera and a spin basher in Shreyas Iyer. That's what the quality of Mitchell Santner is. But again, that is we are talking in hindsight. Hardik trusted in his bowling, bowled 2 overs, conceded 19 runs, even picked up 1 wicket and of Josh English. That paid off. But again, down the order, Nehal Vadera was exceptional. 29 deliveries, 48 runs, missed out on a half century, but he played a match-winning knock for Punjab Kings. Shreyas Iyer at the start wanted to hold himself back. He did not want to take too many risks, and that is where Nehal Vadera was asked to go and attack the Mumbai Indians bowlers. James Hopes, the Punjab Kings bowling coach, accepted that, when even Mahela Jayawardene accepted that, when Shreyas Iyer was kind of trying to not take too many risks because they had just lost a settled batter in Josh English. He asked Nehal Vadera to go out and attack the Mumbai Indians bowlers, which Nehal Vadera did flawlessly today. But Shreyas Iyer, after Nehal Vadera's departure, Shreyas Iyer was at around 24 runs of 20 deliveries, but he finished at a strike rate of 212 runs with 8 sixes and 5 boundaries, 87 unbeaten, 41 runs. And the swagger and the aura this man carries, I call him the mentality monster, and that is exactly what Shreyas Iyer is. He is an absolute beast in such situation. We saw that during the 2023 ODI World Cup. We saw that during the Champions Trophy. That he's the man who can pull a team off when they are in a crisis, and that is what Shreyas Iyer did. He smacked sixes. He played some cheeky shots when there were some good Yorkers. He just placed his bat for late cuts towards the third man region for boundaries in flurries. So Shreyas Iyer, again, he has been a tremendous leader. He has played some fine quality knocks in tough situations for Punjab Kings. Yes, his form in Mullapur was not the best this season, but again, his this knock in particular stands one of at least in my memory, in the last 5 years, this is one of the finest knocks in a knockout game in IPL. So Shreyas Iyer, kudos to you. The way he finished, the way he walked off, the way Punjab Kings is dugout celebrated. I think this was a perfect, not the ending because they have one more match to play, but ending to the the race to the final. Shreyas Iyer deserves a lot of credit because he has not been looked into for the test squad of the Indian cricket team. He will not be touring for the for the England for the 5 test series, but at the same time he continues to cement his legacy. He now stands one step away from becoming the first player to take two different IPL teams to different consecutive IPL finals. Sorry, IPL trophies. He has already cemented his legacy as the only player to captain three different sides and take them to IPL finals. Delhi Capitals, Kolkata Knight Riders, and now Punjab Kings. Will he repeat the same what he did for Kolkata Knight Riders last season? That is something which we will decipher in some 30 hours, 35 hours time. But again, Shreyas Iyer, the captain, has been brilliant. Shreyas Iyer, the batter, has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that is where I think Mumbai Indians, as Mahela Jayawardene also accepted that, Punjab Kings, Mumbai Indians have played quality cricket despite their slow start in the tournament, but they have not played better cricket than Punjab Kings. He wished both RCB and Punjab Kings the best of luck and said both the deserving teams are in the final. Now, whether it will be Isala Kapnamdu or whether it will be O Punjabi Chhagai, that we will know in a few hours' time. But do drop your comments down below on what you think uh, will who you think will lift the trophy, because it is going to be a cracker of a contest. The Narendra Modi Stadium will be packed to the hilt. 1,20,000 crowd is expected. You will see plenty of RCB fans, and even James Hopes jokingly said that it is going to be a pro Kohli crowd. Everyone wants to see Virat Kohli lift the trophy in the 18th season of this tournament, number 18 jersey. But at the same time, Punjab Kings will say, "You rule us out once again, and we will answer you back once again." Who will win? We don't know. But at one point, what we know is that IPL is getting a new champion. Whether it will be RCB or Punjab Kings, what do you think? Drop your comments down below. Let us know what do you think is so special about Shreyas Iyer and this Punjab Kings side, and do you think whether RCB can defeat this juggernaut of Punjab Kings? Two table toppers now in the final of the trophy. We will be there at the Narendra Modi Stadium, and stay tuned for our continuous coverage of IPL 2025. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, drop your comments down below. Thank you so much.